And a bitter cold morning to you. It is cold. Oh, goodness. I was supposed to be up at 5:30. I was supposed to be recording this video at 7 o'clock. And it is now 8:35 because it was so cold I refused to get out of bed. My bedroom has no heat. So when it drops below freezing, it is absolutely brutal. So anyway, it was below freezing last night, and my bedroom is brutal. But anyway, so I did nothing over the weekend as far as drawing. I didn't do anything. Well, no, that's not true. I did do a little bit of knitting on my hat here. Yeah, I'm still knitting on it. It was only because I'm not focused on it. I'm just, playing with it, really. So anyways, yeah. Hey, look, it finally grew. Yeah, so I did do a bit on this last night. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to finish the hat. And I really didn't know. It was like, well, I could just, do it like this. And then I decided, I really don't feel like doing that. I want something a little bit different. So I decided I'm just going to let it go all the way up in a rectangle and use up whatever I've got until I have enough. All I have left is enough to bind off with. And so anyways, yes, see that lovely knot? I hate knots. And I should have cut it out, but I thought, well, it'll roll up. It's going to be a rolled brim anyway. But I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, it's going to go all the way up, and then I'll bind it off all the way across, and then I'm going to take the corners and I'm going to tuck them into the center. So it's going to be really freaky looking. But anyway, it's hard to do that with the rolled brim rolling up like that. But anyway, it'll square off and the edges will fold in, and then I'll just tack them in place. I'll connect the edges and then I'll tack them into the center, and I may or may not put a big giant pom-pom on it. I highly doubt it, since this is for the woods anyway. If it was for out of the woods, then I would put a pom-pom, but if I put one on, I know what's going to happen. It's going to be shredded the first time up the hill as it gets caught in the branches and everything. So anyway, so I did do a little bit of that. I worked on that last night, trying to make myself sleepy. Sort of worked until the lights went out, and then I woke up. Every time. You ever do that? It's such a pain in the neck. You're absolutely exhausted. By the time you hit the bed, suddenly you're just wide awake and screaming. Well, I thought something fell out of the bag. Okay, well, maybe it did. I'll have to look later. So anyhow, other thing I did over the weekend was, let's see, well, Friday afternoon I went and bought, ta-da, a new binder with tabs and paper, because that's going to be a larger, it's going to be a combination of things. It's going to hold my stitchication classes, workshop, the workshop, the workshop printouts that she gives us. It's going to hold that, but it's also going to be my business organizer. So what I'll have is exactly how different aspects of the business runs in the order that they go in. In other words, like, let's say putting posting an item on Etsy, what my whole process is. That's what that's going to be. So I'll have one of the tabs will be, that's quite a few tabs in there. There's more tabs in there than I thought. There were 3 sets of 5 tabs. Boy, didn't I get lucky. Awesome. Okay, well, anyways. So first one will probably say Stitchication. The next one will be uploading to Etsy or whatever. And then the step-by-step process. I also want one on the step-by-step process that I have for designing different things. One tab will be for that. And the whole thing is just my whole business laid out as to how each thing works. If you've ever been in maybe a corporate office or something, and they hand you a manual, and then you see the process of this is a step-by-step of how this works, how this works, how this works, and then you can just follow it along. And if you write it up well enough, and I used to design these things and write them up for places that I worked for. If you design it well enough, somebody can come in to a job and have never done it before, read through, and know exactly what to do without asking any more questions. And that I thrived on that. I loved writing those things. It was just so fun to see how simplified I could take something that the boss or supervisor, whoever, had complicated it beyond words. And my challenge was to take it and put it down into very simple, basic steps. So it works. And the other thing I did was, it was like, it's time to get myself reorganized again, just in life in general, because I just feel like so much has gotten out of control. And with spring coming, it's going to really be out of control, because that's going to be back on getting the place straightened up and ready from all the winter disaster, which this winter is not going to be much of a disaster because we haven't really had a winter. But I know, Tiger. But anyways, Mom's going to have me back out on the mower again. And to take care of my yard and her yard and do everything that's supposed to be done is about 7 to 8 hours a week. We live on a farm. There's a lot of mowing. So when you look at that, that's an entire work day. Even if you spread it out over the course of the week, I'm sorry, you've still lost an entire work day because you've been outside in the thing. So I'm trying to get myself organized to where I can get all my business work done in a shorter amount of time than what I would have normally. So I'll have room to be able to do all this crap Mom wants me to do. It feels like crap after a while, trust me. Because in order to go out on the lawnmower, because I have muscle issues, I have to take medicine to be able to get back off the mower. Or else I'll just step off, boom, and I'm going to hit the floor. So anyways, lawnmowers are a great way to bounce the crap out of your muscles and send them into spasms. Anyway, so what I have is, as I've gone back, I've rewritten up my morning. Pull this down a little bit. Sorry, guys. And you probably can't see it, but I'm just going to guess here. My morning schedule, my afternoon schedule, and my evening before bed schedule. And then back here are my Fly Lady zones, because this is my Fly Lady office in a bag. And it's got whatever zone I'm supposed to be working on. Right now, because I didn't do last week's, I've got the porch and what do I have here? The kitchen that I'll be working on. If you don't know what Fly Lady is, go to flylady.com. And then it's got other tabs back through here that I've still got to play with a little bit more and get them more organized. But I'll tell you what my morning routine is. Hello. My morning routine is little tick boxes off to the left. Is dressed, feed and water the cats, litter box, morning journal, breakfast dishes, vitamins, brush my teeth and wash my face. Yes, sometimes you do need to be reminded. And meds to cats. Now that's everything that has to be done in the morning before I start my day. Then in the afternoon, whenever I can squeeze it in, it's a 5-minute hot spot. In other words, look at a spot in the house that it's cluttered and needs cleaned, and set your timer for 5 minutes and go for it and get it cleaned up. And then the other is the 15-minute Fly Lady for whatever, whether I'm on the porch today or I'm going to do the kitchen for 15 minutes. Probably do the porch because it's a mess. Thank you, buddy. So, and then set your timer for 15 and do whatever room you're supposed to be doing. Then poo patrol, litter box, and then get in a hike for the afternoon so I can get some weight off. I am down to 138.6. I really want it to be 136 right now. Then before bed, it's lay out my clothes for tomorrow, 2-minute hot spot, and a shiny sink, and wash and brush my teeth, wash my face, brush my teeth, water the cats, meds to the cats, and litter box. And the reason I've got meds to the cats is somebody's almost always on something. Right now, Jeff has it really bad in his chest, so I've got him on it. And then on amoxicillin. It is amoxicillin. And then Rory today was having his little sneezing fit, so I thought, yeah, it really wouldn't hurt. Because he's been doing this quite a bit. So now he's on amoxicillin. Yay. He doesn't take it as well as Jeff does. That's sad, because he doesn't take it well at all. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing to try to get my mornings organized. And then business-wise, I have my bullet journal. And I've got, this is the joke. My joke of a time frame down through here of what time I'm supposed to be working on something and done by something. Yeah, right. Like that's going to happen. But I am working at it. I'm trying. So anyway, what I have learned is to do a podcast and to do a blog post. It takes me 2.5 to 3 hours. Because it takes a long time for things to load up on, to YouTube. And then after it loads up to YouTube, it's waiting for YouTube to go through all its hullabaloo, which takes a long time. I'm usually sitting here knitting, waiting for YouTube to do something. And then, getting a little blurb wrote up below the thing. And then go over to Weebly and try to write a blog post on it, which I didn't do much of last week at all, possibly not the week before that either, I can't remember, just because it takes up so much time. This afternoon, I'm going to be going through all my patterns, and my focus this week is just my Etsy shop and getting something new up every single day. So I'd like 5 new items up by the end of the week. But anyway, so that's my day. So what do you guys do to keep organized and run a business from your home? Do you use a bullet journal? Do you have some other type of journal? What do you guys do? And because some of you have got it more insane than I have, because you've got little kids and stuff still. So how do you stay organized? That's my question. Leave your responses down below, or go to the Facebook fan page. Link is below. And leave your comment there. And let me know what you guys are doing. And, when you leave your tips of what you're doing, you're helping other people out as well who may find your tips useful. Okay, so we'll catch you later, and have a great day. Bye-bye.